My name's Will. I'm going to talk a little bit about who Quivers is and what we do, and why we are the commerce platform for specialty brands, and also how we're uniquely suited to meet the needs of this industry. So we already do work with a huge number of brands in outdoor, a lot of snow brands, a lot of brands here on the floor. Cetus is right around the corner, where they're a great partner of ours. You'll recognize some of the other brands on this slide. But what do we do? So I think the easiest way to conceptualize Quivers is as an order routing software. We take consumer orders from one place and send them to another place for fulfillment. So it sounds really simple, but once you have that set up, there are a lot of really cool and interesting opportunities that kind of blossom out of that. One of those is buy online, pick up in store. So this is a very popular and kind of hot fulfillment method, BOPIS and curbside pickup, that Quivers can help you facilitate as a brand with maybe not a ton of your own corporate stores, or a retailer who maybe doesn't have an e-commerce presence. What we do is we get a picture of the retailer inventory and present that on the brand manufacturer website as an option for a consumer to pick something up locally. So a consumer comes to a brand website, finds a product, sees who in their area has that product in stock, and then they can just check out on the website and go pick it up or get it fitted or installed or what have you in their local retail shop. So that is one side of what we offer here. It's really about leveraging your existing distribution network. So you as a brand have all of these retailers you already work with. Why not provide them with more orders, provide them with more foot traffic, and help meet consumer expectations better in 2021. We also have another side of this order routing, distributed order fulfillment, is what we call two-way drop shipping. So I have 2 points here. One is ship from store. That means that a brand can use Quivers to take an e-commerce order, an order from their website, and send it to one of their retail partners to actually ship to the consumer. So that becomes really helpful when maybe a brand's warehouse is out of stock in something, but there's a very high likelihood that one of their retailers still has that product in stock. So they can leave it up for sale on the website and just send it using Quivers to one of the retailers to ship to the consumer. So that's what we call ship from store. It allows you to, brands to leave products up for sale longer, and again, leverage that existing distribution network. The other side is endless aisle, which is sort of a reverse of what I was just talking about. In this case, a consumer comes to a retailer and says, hey, I want to buy this order, but you don't buy this product, you don't have it in stock. So the retailer then uses Quivers to send that order to the brand, and the brand ships it to the consumer. Sort of a more standard drop shipping process, but we've really automated it and integrated it with the rest of this functionality, so you kind of do everything in one place here. Let's see. So a big part of this, and I won't get into a lot of the details here because it's kind of technical, but feel free to come chat with me about it afterwards. I'd love to talk more about it, or anybody here on the Quivers team. We have inventory integrations and ways of getting inventory into our platform. And that's really important because for this kind of distributed order fulfillment that we facilitate, we need to know who has what in stock. So we built out all of this sophisticated software to make sure that inventory is always up to date across the board. And it's also really valuable for a brand to get a picture of where all of their products are. We have so much centrally, and we have this much of this product all over the rest of the country or the rest of the world. and that allows for a lot of optimization. Actually, I want to talk about that a little bit more. So optimization is something that Quivers can really boost in that, let's say we have this idea of where all the inventory is, and let's say a brand's central warehouse is on the East Coast, but a consumer is on the West Coast. A brand can say, all right, it's a lot cheaper and faster to ship it from the retailer on the West Coast to that consumer than it is to ship all the way across the country from the brand warehouse. And each of those orders that comes through and follows that logic saves a little bit of money, and Quivers automates it. So it really starts to add up over time, how much money and time and better consumer experience. Last point here, this is particularly relevant, I think, for the industry here, the outdoor industry. We work with a lot of these brands on this order routing setup, and based on their feedback and working with them and understanding their needs more, we built out a lot of really sophisticated functionality around setting up pro stores. So using Quivers, you can spin up a new pro store anywhere on the internet. You can put it behind some like instructor site authentication with special pricing. You can have maybe a separate employee store, a separate influencer store, a separate instructor store, all with different price points, different product arrays. And Quivers is a really good way to go ahead and get that out and make sure that your pros and influencers are supported. We also have great tracking on performance through the pro stores. So maybe you have these pros and you're giving them discount codes to share with general consumers. You can use Quivers to track how many of those codes have actually been used, what the value of those particular pros is to your brand. Lastly, I have a couple of testimonials here. One from a retailer that we work with who has seen a ton of success with Quivers, and one from Sam Cook, who has again been super successful with Quivers and is always excited about the new features that we're developing. Thanks, everybody.